All right, guys. Yeah. What are we doing today? And what are we going to talk about today? I don't know, but I do know, kind of. I do know. What was my last video? Oh, that was cruising with my buddies. Yeah, just kind of cruising, and I think we're going to take a trip someplace. Not like a day trip. Not a long deal, but something. I don't know. Whatever. So, yeah. What I wanted to talk about, it's like what the title says, because I really didn't know what I was going to talk about until I kind of just got on the bike, and then I just said to myself, I think it'd be a good topic. So I'm going to go back 5 years because that's when I started buying a lot of new bikes. And so my question is, right off the bat, have your bikes been a disappointment when you bought a new bike, or have they been something that have they met your expectations, and are they reliable? Those are the two things. Have they met your expectations, and are they reliable? And I guess I've been blessed because reliability on every single one of the bikes have been perfect. And what I mean by reliability is that I'm not talking about something if you got a little bit of an oil leak, or you have a fastener come loose, or maybe your connectivity is not working if you have that hook up with your Bluetooth, stuff like that. I'm talking about reliability where it leaves you stranded. And that's the reliability, to me, is the most important thing. As long as I'm not left stranded. If I can bring it back and have something fixed, that's fine. If it has a recall on something, I'm fine with that, as long as it's reliable and it hasn't let me down. And I guess I've been blessed because for the last 5 years, I've owned 5 new bikes, and every single one of them been reliable. My first one was a 2018 Speedmaster. Let's see what's going on here. They don't know what they're doing. I guess they broke down, but they had somebody to fix it. Well, he's got help anyway. Yeah, so the 2018 Triumph Speedmaster was my first new bike in a while, and I love the bike. I don't have it anymore. It's typical. I just I tend to get rid of stuff, and I guess I'm sorry that I do. But as far as reliability, dependability, super. I put about 12,000 miles on it, and never had an issue with the bike. The GS is absolutely the most dependable vehicle I've ever owned. Whether it's a car or I've been lucky with every vehicle I've ever owned. I've never had one break down where it left me stranded and I had to get a tow truck. Not one single vehicle in my lifetime, and I've been around a long time. I've been really lucky with vehicles. But having said all that, getting back to the BMW, as far as our horror stories about it, and it was all wrong for me anyway. I'm sure some people have had issues, but not me. It's just been so reliable that it never let me down and never not started. Well, at one time it didn't start in my garage because I left the key on. I left the ignition on and it killed the battery. And the battery, I have to say, is about 2.5 years old, so it was probably something I needed to replace anyway. But it never left me stranded, the BMW, and it's never let me down. And I've never put in any major repairs. I'm still in the warranty, so it was not an issue. Well, now it's off warranty, but the bike's absolutely super. So then we move on to, and that's 22,000 miles with no reliability issues whatsoever. Yeah, it was a recall on the brakes. They had another recall on the drive, the final drive, where the splines would get rusted, but I never had any issues. I checked everything out. They replaced the brakes even though they didn't even need it, but like I said, I've been lucky. I guess that's how I have to look at it. I can't believe I'm the only one that's been lucky like this. I just don't believe they would sell that many bikes if they were that unreliable. So what else? Then I bought a 2019 Scrambler 1200 Scrambler, and I put about 5 or 6 I think on it, 1,000 miles. I forget. Not one single issue with that bike. Nothing. There was no recalls. Nothing on it. That bike was perfect. Super nice. I really wish I still had that bike. I know I keep always saying that, guys. I really wish I had that bike, but they're expensive now. They're like $14,500 for the model I had, or $14,700. I got that thing real cheap, $12,000, because it was a leftover. And then even out the door it was a good price. Out the door now you're probably looking at easily 16 grand. I just don't want to. I'm not going to spend that kind of money on that bike. But it was a great bike. It was a great bike. Yeah. So yes. So we had the Scrambler, and then what else? Then I bought the KLX, and the KLX was a pit bike, so you can't really. I didn't put any miles on it. I think I had 1,000 miles on it, but not a single issue with the bike. And then I got my the FZ1. It only had 1,700 miles. Yes, it was used, but it didn't give me any trouble. I put about 3,000 miles on it. Didn't give me any trouble. There was a couple issues, but it never left me stranded. The reliability was excellent, and I know there's a little problem with the stator, but I was going to repair that before, not repair, but just replace it anyway before I sold it. But I sold it. So then now I have the Street Triple. So, and folks, I'd never regret any of those purchases of those bikes. Every single one of those bikes met my expectations for what I thought they were. In fact, two of them, my expectations were surpassed by the FZ being such an animal that it was, especially after I tuned it, and the GS being such a great all-around bike. It just does everything so well. Everything. But now I come to the Street Triple, and my expectations on the Street Triple when I first got it, I didn't know what to think. It was very light. Wasn't happy with the dealer experience, but but I'm very excited about the bike. I was very impressed with my first ride on the bike, and it's the more you ride it, the more impressive it becomes, because I'm able to push it a little harder and harder. Now, acceleration, when I first started, twisting the throttle and seeing how fast it accelerates, it was a little leery. So this thing's got some balls, but now I'm really comfortable with it. So the acceleration is I'm pretty comfortable with the acceleration now. It's fast. It would be nice if it was a little faster, but I'm okay with it, guys. I'm not really complaining at all. The dash sucks. That's something I'm gonna say. In fact, somebody made a comment on one of my videos a couple of videos ago. Keep talking about it, Ken. Don't shut up, because maybe they'll change it. Maybe they will, but the dash, it just sucks. Like right now, it's fine, but it's not as it's nothing like the BMW. I haven't seen what the KTM's or the Ducatis are like, but it doesn't compare. This I'm just gonna say it doesn't compare. I don't know what they're like, but it could be better. There's no doubt about it. I would definitely go with the 2019 dash if they could put it back in the software program, but I probably can't. I know it's just a software or firmware update, but whatever. But as far as the bike itself, though, I think I'm up to 1,600 miles. Let's see what we're up to. 1,658 miles. Yeah, and this bike is absolutely, except for the dash, is absolutely. Anyway, yes, it has exceeded my expectations. This is and the quality of. I mean, I'm not saying I couldn't have an issue in the future with it, but I'm really happy with the quality. And well, I knew about the quality because I've had two Triumphs before, and I was really impressed with the quality of the bike. So that's what made me buy another one, and I wanted something naked and sporty, and this is what I got. But yeah, it's met all my expectations and more. And the more I ride it, the more I appreciate what the bike is. And I know I've said that before. So my question is, and I'm not going to go with a long video, I'm just running to the bank, doing some errands, has the bike you purchased met your expectations? And within say 5 or 10 years, I mean even your whole lifetime, every bike that you bought, has it met your expectations, or did you just didn't like it and you sold it right away? I wish, like I said, I could keep them all. And have they been reliable? Have these bikes been reliable that you purchased, or you say, I purchased a Lemon, I'll never buy another BMW, or I'll never buy another KTM again? I'm really unhappy with the dealer, and I'm unhappy with the Triumph, their response. When I did complain about the dealer, that they said they have no control over how the dealers treat their customers. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what they said. And that was a little disappointing. Instead of saying, yes, we're sorry about your experience, we'll contact the dealer and maybe we can work something out. But so that was a big disappointment. But I guess Triumph's a big company. I'm just a little peon. I'm sure they don't care about just one sale. And anyway, so I guess that's that only disappointment I've had with these bikes. I have no issues with BMW. BMW is really good to deal with. In fact, when I got a title for my BMW, because I bought it, I financed it at first, so then I decided I'm just going to buy it right out. and it was so easy. It was the easiest title to ever get. All you do is fill out this form, send the check overnight, and within 4 days you have the title. You can't. I remember doing it with my leased truck from Ford. I didn't get a title for 2 months because they whatever. And this was just super easy. And so I'll have to give it to the BMW Financial. They're the way to go. I would think if I ever decide to finance a BMW again, I'll definitely go through them because it was painless. Everything just smooth and everything. So yeah, I know I'm off track a little bit, but that was my question, guys. The bike you've had, the bike you have now, has it met your expectations, and has it been reliable? And has it been a bad bike that you'd never ever buy? I would love to hear the bike, from hell that you would never want to buy again, or dealer, not the dealer, but because dealers are dealers, the brand you wouldn't buy again. But yeah, so nothing exciting. It's just a creative question. I don't really. We're in traffic here, so I really can't open it up, which I would like to open it up right now, but I can't. And I'll just be calm on this one. Maybe I can do one trip where I don't act like a hooligan. But all right, guys, that's it for now. Please make a comment. I would love to know how you guys have fared. I've been very lucky with my purchases, especially my new purchases, and I'm very happy with every one of them that I've had. All right, guys, later.